Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are from Database Programming Info 2103, Section 3, and our topic name is Reserve System for Isolation Centers. We are four group member, MD Abdul Rahman, MD Shajibur Rahman, Ajam Jakwan, Zuadir MD Zubair. So after that, we will present our part accordingly. Let's move to the next part.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azam Jakwan and I will briefly describe this project. And this project is so that people can book a room in an isolation center where they will be cared for by nurses to solve the COVID-19 problems. This system is designed to assist people who are in the early stages of COVID-19 by allowing them to book a room for as many days as they want while remaining separated from their family and friends. Billing will be generated based on the numbers of days they spend in the isolation center. And now I will discuss about the ER diagram. First, we have the entity of isolation center, which have the attribute IID, which is the primary key, and then there's I name, I location, I phone, I email. And then moving to the entity of nurses, there's NID, N name, N phone, and N charge. The primary key is NID. Then we have the entity of patient. We have the attribute PID, P name, P address, P phone, and lastly P email. The primary key is PID. All of these entity is related to the entity of booking, uh, which in booking the attribute it have is booking ID, which is BID, and then patient ID, which is PID, and nurse ID, which is NID, and isolation center ID, which is IID. And there are also day number. The primary key is BID, which is booking ID, and then there's foreign key, NID, which is reference to nurses, and then another foreign key is IID, which is references to isolation center. And then this booking entity is related to billing entity, which we have bill ID, which is number, and then booking ID, which is BID, and then lastly total bill number. The primary key here is bill ID, and then the foreign key is BID, reference to booking.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Zuaddar MD Zubair. My meeting number is 1731833. I'm going to start our project from task 3 to task 5. So I will explain one by one. This is for task 3 and here is some table. First one in isolation center, second one nurses, third one patient, fourth one booking, and fifth one is billing. So attribute name here IID and this is primary key for this table. Here nurses attribute name NID is primary key. Here patient PID is primary key. Is booking table BID is primary key. PID, NID and IID all are foreign key. Last one is billing. Bill ID is primary key and BID is foreign key. So I'm moving to task 4. According to our requirements, this is our attachment drop table queries, and then next is create table query. So for create table isolation center table, we have to create by using Versa data type is IID, I name, I location, I phone, I email, and primary is IID. And for table, nurses table, also NID and name and phone and search primary keys NID. Next one is patient table. Here PID uh, is primary key, and others are P name, P address, P phone. And the next one is booking. Here BID is primary key and foreign key NID and IID. The last one is billing. Bill ID is primary key and the foreign key is BID, and others is total bill. That's all from create table. And then next one we have attached all value, how we create, and that shows table created as one by one we show there is isolation center, nurses, patient, then booking, then billing. All table are created. Then we have done our created table, and then the next one is inserting. For table insert, for isolation center we have insert 10 datas. For isolation center, all of the datas here. Then we have attached one picture, and we uh, select from isolation center. It shows the all the data: IID, I name, I location, iPhone, and email. All of the data is here, 1 to 10. And then insert for patient table we have also 10 data, and we have mentioned everything there. And when we run select from patient, it shows like this: 101 patient ID, P name, P address, phone, and email. Everything is there, 1 to 10. And then we have nurses. We have insert 10 data for nurses, and here's the result. We have attached one screenshot, 1 to 10, and NID is 2101 22110. Then we have booking. Inserting for booking, we have insert 10 data also, and we have attached one screenshot, same like before. And BID is 12342210. And the last one is billing. Billing ID for our we insert 10 data like before, and we identify by using select from billing, and the bill ID is 12112222130. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Abdurrahman. Once again, I am going to present my part, which is start from task 6. So in this part, I'm going to show add, delete, and update the queries and all the information from the table. So first of all, uh, my first question, which is list all patients who have been stayed at least 14 days in isolation. So here is the queries. I copy it from here. Okay, as you can see, this is the output of this queries. So the next one also, I have put the output screenshot here. This is the second question, which is list all nurses charged between 80 and 110. So I just simply copy these queries and then I run here. Okay, see, this is the output. Uh, the nurse charge between 80 to 110. Okay, let's see the next one. This one is delete. So I just copy the code Okay, there is one patient ID which is 110 is already deleted, so one row deleted, the output shows. So then we will show the at patient that we have deleted. See, uh, one row inserted. So then the next one is modify. So I copy the code. So one row updated. I have attached the screenshot here. So in the last one, find the patient name whose name starts with A. Let's see. Okay, these two are patient name Abdur and Amanul. Their name start with A. So the the output, the right output. So that means this queries it works. So now I'm going to move to task 7, which is procedure 1 and procedure 2, because we need to show two procedures here. So I just simply copy this. Okay, task completed. So I just copy it from our report. The we have set a prompt, so that's why it's just come enter the patient ID. So our patient ID 101. Okay, so as you can see, the patient ID 101, patient name Badon, patient bill 1050, patient address, patient phone number, and patient is currently located at Dhaka Isolation Center. Okay, so let's move to the next procedure. Also we have attached the screenshot for the first procedure. So this one is the procedure is increase the charge per hour of nurses who charge less than 70 rm per hour by 10% using cursor. Okay, I just simply copy the code. Yes. Okay. So the procedure increased charge compiled. Nurse name Lovely. So old charge was 40. So after 10%, it is 44. Same goes to for nurse name Taniam 65. After 10%, 72. And the last one Lamiam. The old charge was 55. And then after 10%, 61. Now I'm going to the next part, which is the last part for me, tax 8 function. So as our requirement, we have attached two functions here. The first one is how much amount need to be paid after the discount. So I'll show the output. Okay, so enter patient ID. So I will enter 106. Okay. It says patient ID 106 will get discount. Discount price is 2565. So procedure successfully complete. So the last one, the last function. Okay, the question is how much bonus amount will be paid to each nurse. So let's see the output for this code. Okay, enter nurse ID. The nurse ID 2101 according to our table. So yeah, nurse will get a bonus of RM 8.5. So I already shown the function, two functions, and all the output for all the queries output we have attached into our report as our requirement. Okay, so the next part, task 9, will explain by our groupmate, Brother Shajibur Rahman. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Shojibur Rahman. My metric number is 1715235. So now I will be presenting our website for our database programming project. So this is our project homepage. So there is we have served 24 hours by 7 days, and this is uh, about there is some description about our project. So our project title is a reserve system for isolation centers. So we have added here 4 sections. First one home, and this one add patient, and we can update and delete. So last one is all tables. So uh, after home page, when we want to add some patient, so we put here name like Shojib, and this one need to write a patient email Shojib 24, this one, and here is need to put contact number 635157. So we have selected there is a bachelor within 12. Anyone wants to put 13 or 14 digits, they cannot put there. So here is address. So I put my address here. IIUM. So there is a one pop-up. We can say record inserted successfully. So we can say here this is my uh, name and email, contact number and address. So there was a 10 patient details. I have added one more, this one number 11. So if we want to update this one, so we can update from here. Also after click this one, so I already registered with these details. So if I want to update, so I put here Shojib Rahman, and I put same email and everything is same. So when I click update, sorry, number 58 and UTM. So update. So there is a one pop-up, we can say record updated successfully. So okay, so we can see here at number 11 there is this one have changed. So there was Shojib only, so I have updated Shojib Rahman and same email, and I have changed my number and address. So if we want to delete any record from here, so when we click this delete button, yeah, there is one pop-up message, we can say, do you want to really delete this information? So after clicking OK, then it shows record deleted. So then OK. So when we will go update and deleted section, so there is no patient details at number 11 because we deleted this one. So I will show you the database section for isolation, and we have worked by patient for our website. So I will show you again. We can also insert add patient details here, patient details here. So after clicking this one, first name Rahman, and email, yes, and contact number 2102635157. This one I will put here UPM. So submit. So record inserted successfully. So I put again this one because I want to show you in PHP MyAdmin. So we can see patient, yeah, there is updated the Rahman UPM, this one address and phone number and email. So when we will go again our website, so for update, so I want to update this one Rahman Ridoy, and I want to change this email also, it ID Ridoy, and also I want to change the contact number 90, and I will put here UCSI. So update. So we will go my PHP MyAdmin. So here we can see this one also updated here. So I put Ridoy instead of Rahman, and address UCSI instead of UPM, and also put here phone number and email. So there is all updated. So this one was our update and delete and add patient section. So there is one section all tables. So we have total 5 tables. So there is we have worked on add patient. That's why we add here 4 tables only, because we have worked on a patient. So there is a billing table. So when we click this one, so there is we can see billing information. So the 10 table information here. So we can search by billing ID. So when we will put the billing ID, then it will come which ID I choose. So suppose I click 9, so there is only shows the uh, ID number 9 information. So we want to put again number 5, so there is come only uh, number 5 information. So for booking system, uh, user can search by patient ID and days. So if I want to search booking information. So I need to put isolation patient ID. So patient ID, like I will put here 108. So we can see there is all details for booking information. So also we can search by days. So there is 7 days, 10 days, and 14 days. Suppose I will put here for 14 days. So there is we are watching like our 14 days information here. So for isolation center, so here also we can search by ID and location. So when we will put ID like number 5, so there will come 5 all the isolation center information. So also we can find or we can search by location. So like Khulna. So as we can see, the display shows only Khulna isolation information and isolation name, contact number, and email address, everything. So for nurses, so if we want to search nurses information, so there is we have to put ID or name. So if we put name like Taslima, uh, this one, yeah. So we'll get the all information here. So lastly, I want to show you we have used procedures. So we can see for user. So we have written here for a user, delete user SQL, and for insertion we have written here SQL. Also for update, so here is our SQL part. So that's all from me. Assalamu alaikum.